Hey family, welcome to Tuesday's Revelations with God. We're going to talk about David defeating his Goliath, defeating his giant. Now before that, God already appointed David to rule a nation. God appointed you to rule a nation. The Lord chooses those who operates out of a pure heart. David had a pure heart versus his brothers. David's brothers word cursed him and was jealous of him, telling him he couldn't do things because he was too young or too small, or that he think that he know it all. But if they only knew it was the glory of God that was on his life, that God showed out in his life, and they didn't like that. Don't get confused of someone's glory and someone's confidence with pride. David was not prideful at all. David was confident in the God that he was serving. How did David defeat this pagan giant, defeat this battle? He said in 1 Samuel 17:46-49, "Today the Lord will conquer you, and I will kill you and cut off your head, and then I will give the dead bodies of your men to the birds and wild animals, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel, and everyone assembled here will know that the Lord rescues his people, but not with sword and spear. This is the Lord's battle, and he will give you to us." As Goliath moved closer to attack, David quickly ran out to meet him, reaching into his shepherd's bag and taking out a stone. He hurled it with his slingshot and hit the stone, sanked him, and he began to stumble and fall on the ground. Listen when I tell you this. It is time to knock out every giant that's in your life. Every giant, whether it's a person, a loved one, work, whatever it is that's holding you back, whatever it is that's persecuting you, whatever it is that's word cursing you, it's time to face this giant today. It's time to face your giant and be bold and mighty and be confident in God. Allow God to be your mouthpiece. Allow God to move inside of you. Know the words of thy Lord. Speak back the words of God to that giant, because you are worthy. You are worthy, and you will defeat this giant in your life. You will be successful. You will walk in abundance with the Lord. Read the book of First and Second Samuel to attain your own revelation. This is just a short summary of how this is relevant to our lives today. God seers, pioneers, and trailblazers who's after the heart of God, who wants to do his work, do not operate in fear. We act accordingly to what the Lord is speaking, because he is always with us. God is always with his people. Continue to be bold, mighty, and confident, because you will defeat every giant. We will cut off the necks of every enemy. We will drag the head of our enemy. My God, we will step on the necks. We will feed them to the birds. Yes, defeat your giants. The words of the Lord is good enough. The words of the Lord. David used the words of the Lord and defeated his giant. And not only the words, he also used a small weapon. See, they tried to put on barrier on him. They tried to put on armor on David. David is like, I'm not used to this. I can't fight like this. Some of y'all is allowing people to tell you how to use your gifts. Oh, you should do it this way. You should do it that way. That is not how God equipped you. Do exactly how it worked before. Do what God tell you to do. Do what makes you feel more confident, what makes you more comfortable. Don't adjust what God has gifted you for other people and for their liking. No, we are here to stand out. We are here to disrupt systems. We are here to be a voice of God on this earth, and you shall be the voice of God on this earth. God loves you so much. I hope that this is a message for you today. I love you all. Be blessed.